Hello guys, how are you my wonderful people? This is Mikali Global TV, right from Hargeisa, Somaliland. And today I am privileged to have an amazing person on set, a friend, a woman, and an entrepreneur here in Somaliland. So let her introduce herself, and we will be talking about quite a lot of issues about women in business. So welcome to Mikali Global TV. Feel at home and enjoy the video. So please introduce yourself, tell our viewers who you are.
Okay, great. First of all, I would like to thank you, Esther,
Yes.
for coming and visiting me in my office. My name is Selma Sheikh. I'm the chief editor of the Somaliland Review magazine, which comes out quarterly, in the English language, and it's a news magazine. So that's who I am, and that's what I do.
Okay, that's really nice. I've always seen this magazine in the bookstores here in Hargeisa. You can also find it online, right?
We're not online yet, but
yes.
it's available in Hemo Books.
Yes.
So anybody wants to purchase it, they can either go visit Hemo Books stores,
Yes.
or they can come to us or contact us.
Yes. So the contact number, we will put it later in the description of the video. This is the magazine that Salma writes, touching very many issues that are related to Somaliland. So amazing. You told me that you have been out of Somaliland for quite some time, right? So tell us, where did you spend most of your time, and how come that you came back to motherland?
Okay, so what happened was, during the civil war, a lot of the Somaliland people fled their homes.
Yes.
They fled to foreign countries.
Yeah.
The closest they went to is Ethiopia, Djibouti, and the rest of the other people, went to far away countries,
Yes.
like the Western countries, and USA. Some went to the Middle East as well.
Yes.
So I did travel when I was younger,
Yes.
to Egypt, and spent the years going to school.
Yes.
And then I went to Norway as well, so I spent some time in Norway.
Yeah.
And finally I went to UK, and that's where I finished school, my high school studies, as well as my university studies.
Yes.
And I worked also in London.
Yes.
After that I sort of moved back to Somaliland, unintentionally. I did not actually want to move back, but I was always coming back for visits. Yeah.
Yes.
And I can say I'm a home girl.
Yeah.
I like coming home, and I have my parents, my family still living in the country.
Yes.
And that's why mainly that I was coming back and forth visiting the country.
Yes.
But then from 2012,
Yes.
I decided maybe I should stay and work here, and just enjoy life
In Somaliland. Yes.
And I've been here ever since.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that came with a decision to invest also in Somaliland, which is very amazing. That's why we always say, if you are out there in the diaspora and you are planning to come back to the country to invest, there are very many opportunities for you. So she went to the UK and she decided to come back to invest in Somaliland. So how has been the journey in your quest for business, the investment and all that, since you came back here and invested? How has it been?
So when I came back, actually, I worked for Somaliland government,
yes.
particularly for the Ministry of Information.
All right.
And I was with them for about 5 years. And
okay, that's amazing.
Halfway through that time, I just decided I want to do something for myself,
Yes.
as well as for the women in Somaliland. That's
Yes.
how I felt at the beginning,
Yes.
because I kind of felt like, in media, women are not very visible. They're not, the source of story. They don't talk about much of women's stories,
Issues.
women news, women
Yes.
issues. There are also women reporters. So,
Okay.
there are women in media.
Yes.
They read, the news anchors.
Yes.
But I haven't seen many women who are proactive in the fields of reporting live news,
Yes.
live events, who are like basically in much control of the job they do.
Okay.
So I kind of felt like it's not balanced.
Yes,
It's
yes,
like
true.
women are not
Well
present. They're not
represented.
well represented. They're not
Yes.
represented that much, and it was a male-dominated field.
Career, yes.
Yeah, so I thought like maybe I should start something. I should take the lead and show that women can do it.
Yes.
They can be the media company owners. They can be at the forefront of the Somaliland media.
Yes.
They can do the reporting. They can do the analyzing the
Yes.
situations.
Yeah.
They can own it. All these things.
Yes.
And alhamdulillah, I managed to do much of what I wanted to do. And ever since, I've been focusing on making sure that Somaliland Review magazine is well known, is a brand that people can actually identify
With.
It's also a brand that women can sort of relate to it in terms of because it's owned by a woman.
Yes.
And many of the stories that I write or other people I write, I make sure have a female perspective
Yes.
in
A
it.
larger number of
Yeah,
women.
it's just like how
yes.
us women see the situations that are happening.
Yes, true.
So-
Right now, so far, you have had how many editions?
So for the past 4 years that the magazine existed,
Yes.
I wrote or I published 15 editions.
Yes, yes.
And this one was the last one
Yes.
that we are focused on environment,
Yes.
wildlife, and the climate change. This is the Minister of Environment and Climate Change.
Yeah,
Madam
Minister Shukri
Yes,
Haji Ismail.
that's
Yes.
correct. She's one of the delegation that is in USA at the moment
Oh,
with
yes.
the president.
Yes, I saw
And
that.
her job is really very, very important because she takes care of the environment.
Yeah.
She takes care of the climate change, which
Yes.
has become a huge issue, not
Yes.
just for Somaliland, but for the rest of
Africa
the world.
also, yes.
Yeah, for the region, for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And I love it because she's just doing an amazing
Great
thing,
job, yes.
and it's she.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I saw from the news that they are showing right now the president in the US. She's the only female.
with them.
Yeah, true.
She's the only female with them, but she's equivalent to half of the people there. And, as I say it, I mean, it's about the character, it's about the hard work,
The role
person
and the
making,
roles that she's playing.
the
in
vision that she
community.
has, the contributions she's making.
Yes.
So she's just more than one female.
Female,
Yeah.
true. Yes, that's amazing. So, what do you think is the advice that you can give to the women or anybody in the diaspora and is thinking of coming back to Somaliland to invest or for any other opportunities in the country? What advice can you give them?
Well, to be honest with you, this time
Yes.
it's far more better than the time I came back to Somaliland.
Yes.
When things were really very tight in terms of options for women,
Yes.
particularly, and for young people. There were no much investment, even though there were opportunities.
Yes.
It's not many people were able to go ahead and take the initiative. But now things are a lot different.
Yes.
You know, DB World is here, Coca-Cola is here.
Yes.
You know, many other really big brands,
Yes.
international brands are here. So if these people are actually risking their money to invest in the country, why not you as a Somalilander?
True.
You know,
who is out there?
I did my part, and even though I didn't put in large sums of money, I put my time and effort,
Yes.
and also my skills, my knowledge, and I just risk to be here and to take part of the development
of the country.
You know, maybe in a very small segment.
Yeah.
but
very
still,
important.
giving back and just
To the
making
community.
sure that I also do my part.
Yes.
In promoting the country.
True.
Yeah.
Which is very important, because you know it takes an effort of all of us to rebuild our economy, to build our country.
Yeah.
And right now, because Somaliland is really taking lead in most of the things, it's growing in terms of education, in terms of investment, and all that. So we really need a lot of support, especially from the people out there, because financially also Somaliland needs a lot of support. So the people who are in the diaspora and still thinking, you know, I've been away from my home country for quite a long time, I wish to go back and maybe do something for my country, you are very much welcome. Opportunities are there. It's only for you to do your research, find out maybe your niche. What do you want to come and do when you come back here? Do you want to open schools? Do you want to open factories? You know, like right now we really need factories here.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, production companies.
Yes. Somaliland is still developing.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of things still missing.
Yes.
And there's a lot that people in the diaspora who have been educated in the Western countries, even in Arab countries, in the rest of African countries, can come back with and contribute to, whether it is education, whether it is the healthcare system in this country, which is not that
very much
good
development.
You know, construction, civil engineering, mainly public infrastructure, roads, bridges, even business. There's a lot of opportunities in terms of invest in certain areas in the private sector. So there's a lot that people can actually do, invest in the country. It's a matter of the person, because what they invest in is their money, their time, their resources. So it's just it doesn't hurt to just come back into the country, do your own research, explore more, see what you think you can actually do in the country to take part in the. And Somaliland, regardless, is just moving up. It's not going down, or it's not stagnated. It's just going up. So why not take part of that? It's just there's a lot of people here who make really fortunes investing and working inside the country. So it could be a good opportunity for you as well. True.
So welcome to Somaliland. Who saw the Somaliland. Come and invest, help us to grow this country. We really need everybody's help, because right now Somaliland is picking up in all sectors. So tell me, how can the youth especially, there is a lot of our youths who are growing maybe in the colleges, in the universities out there and all that, doing different careers, studying in different fields, and they are still maybe trying to figure out their future. What message can you have to them in terms of maybe education and also business?
Somaliland youth inside Somaliland needs a lot of, as I see it, mentoring. They need a lot of guidance. They need a lot of support, to be honest with you, because the opportunities to actually make most of what's available is a lot. But guidance is very limited. So what they need to do is take the initiative and learn things for themselves.
Yes.
You know, they can go internships while they're still studying.
Yes.
Which is, I think, the most brilliant way to actually sort of like, you know, advance your
know-how.
Exactly.
Yes.
And also, like, you know, make connections, network.
Yes.
You can't just take the book and the pen and
That
attend
is
the
it.
class
Yeah.
and, like, you know, expect at the end of your college, you know, you will end up with an amazing job.
Yes.
You know, you have to work for it while
Yes.
you're still in studies. You make sure, like, you know, what do you want?
Yes.
Where do you want to work? Like, what type of career you
Yes.
wanna, you know, take
Pursue,
on?
yes.
Yeah. So try and get your foot inside. You know,
While you're still studying,
in
yes.
where you want to actually work in the future. If you want to work in health sector, go and, like, you know, volunteer for the hospitals,
Yes.
for the clinics, for any place that works, you know, in
The
health,
medical field.
in the
yes.
medical field.
So that you get the experience.
Absolutely, get the
and
experience, know who's who.
Yes.
You know, make that network with people.
Yes.
And it will be a lot easier for you to get a job later on.
Yes,
because
true.
these people, they know you already, who you are and what you are capable
Yes.
of.
It will be
And
an easy transition.
it will be an easy transition.
Yes.
But if you expect to just like sit in the classroom and then in the lecture room, and at the end of your graduation ceremony to just like, you know, receive a job from
Yes.
someone,
Yes.
it might
will be
happen.
difficult.
But
it might
it's
be
gonna
difficult.
be.
And you will not be at the same level with somebody who already tried their footing in all those.
Absolutely, no. You
But
have to
now,
be-
because you have not been practicing,
Yeah.
you have just been studying only. This
Yeah.
other person has an higher
You
age.
could be the most brilliant student or graduate or undergraduate or like, you know, young person.
Yes.
But as long as you're not known into the field,
Yes.
as long as you're not connected, as long as you can understand how organizations and companies work,
Right.
it will be very challenging for you to achieve or
Yes,
get the
true.
job that you're looking for.
True.
So get yourself in by actually volunteering. You don't have to ask for money.
Yes,
It's like,
yes,
you know,
yes.
get your foot in. That's what I call it.
True.
It's just like, you know.
You know, I've been a teacher. I still am a teacher. I always tell people sometimes it's not so much about the money at
Right.
first. You are trying to build your brand. As a young person, this is a message to you. You are trying to build maybe your brand, your career,
Yourself,
and all
yes.
that. So at first, it takes a lot of selflessness, you know. You will have to go that extra mile, sometimes even without pay, or
Yeah.
even with little pay.
Right.
But because your focus is on the higher price, you know, or the future, for that time, take your time, learn, take your time, get the skills from the older people,
Right.
take your time, get the experience, and by the time you are done with your studies and you are getting to the field, now you will have your bargaining power. You will have, you can say, I've been trained at this place, I've had experience of this long,
Yeah.
so you can bargain for your salary.
You need to
right?
listen to her. She's telling you how it is. Look at her. Esther, she's from Kenya and she's in Somaliland interviewing me, the Somalilander, right? And this is her channel. She's doing like, you know, this for herself. And before you know, you'll see Esther being the big star, the biggest YouTuber or something. But it's just like, you know, because she took the initiative.
Yeah, true,
You know,
true.
she didn't wait for the opportunity to happen. She is out here
Yes,
doing it herself.
yes.
And that's what everybody needs to do. It's just
Exactly,
like, you know,
exactly.
in Somali they said, oh, I'm so bad at proverbs and phrases, you know.
Don't worry.
But sort of like, you know, close, nothing comes into close hands, you know.
True,
so
true.
basically, it's not like you don't have to beg. It's just
Yes.
like, you know, go on, do some activity, work.
Yes, yes.
So
Open
guys,
your hands,
yeah.
get working. But when
Absolutely.
you fold them, you clean them, nothing will be put in your hands.
Nothing will
True,
happen.
true.
Just go, make your way,
Yes.
force your way in, and like, you know, talk to those people that you feel
Knock
like, you
the
know,
doors.
will be your future colleagues.
Yeah,
It's
true.
like, you know, connection
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
It's Somaliland to the world in Mikali Global TV. Keep watching our videos. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed. If you're a new subscriber in our channel, you are most welcome. We appreciate your support. And remember, to share with your friends also. We want our YouTube family to grow so that we reach many people out there as we spread our love of Somaliland to the world.
You heard the lady.
So thank you so much for having us today. I really appreciate creating your time to have me in your office. I'm humbled. And inshallah, we will always talk, we will always meet as we continue uplifting Somaliland as women, right?
Oh, thank you very much, Esther. Amazing. I mean, like, really, it's an honor that you visited me in my office.
Yes.
And I want to give you this as a gift.
Thank you.
I know your husband has already read the whole thing.
Yes.
But for you and your children at home, just like, you know,
Yes.
and it's a child friendly. It's not talking about something that children cannot understand. It's talking about development. It's talking about the issues that are happening. And I'm sure they will
enjoy reading it.
Yeah, they will enjoy
Thank
it.
you so much. I really appreciate, and thank you
Thanks
for
a lot.
the magazine. So keep reading the review. You can get it in Hema Bookshop. Inshallah, you'll also maybe get
Editions of version.
yes. Then they can also get it online.
Absolutely.
Yes, that one is in pipeline, right?
Absolutely.
So I really appreciate for your time, and tell them to keep watching Mikali Global TV.
Absolutely. I mean, like, come on, guys. Like, you know, especially the Somaliland people outside this country. This lady is, you know, posting a lot of content about Somaliland that you would love to see.
Yes.
So follow Mikali Global TV. I'm sorry, I'm just, like, you know, struggling with the pronunciation because that's a Kenyan name, right?
Yes, Kenyan name.
Yes.
Mikali Global TV.
And Mikali will be posting a lot of content that will benefit you, that will make you feel like you are at home.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Bye bye, guys. See you in the next video.
Right.